Hey, look, I'm only doing this video. I'm not trying to make a whole 60-minute, 2-hour video. It's just basically I'm talking about some things that I've seen today in the economy. Yeah, you can't relive, rewrite, or redefine it. The only thing you can do is move forward. But I want to come to know why is society fucked up, because point blank period, this world and society, they are against you all the time. They don't give a fuck about you. Where is this coming from? It's just that I see things on a daily basis that, yeah, it kind of pisses me off. And I'm like, bro, it don't have to go this way. The police, for example, right? The police are the biggest gang in the world, bro. They always say, oh, it's good cops out there. Yeah, that might be the case. That's 1 out of a million cops. But cops still have a job to do, and they still follow a old system. For example, right? I had somebody, I was in the military at the time. I had somebody, he was going through some issues with his family or whatever, right? He was giving them all his money. It's crazy. It might sound like it's crazy, but he was supporting his family. Still had to go up to do his job. And what they got the military, they don't care about your situation either. You're going to do what Uncle Sam wants you to do because you sworn in to do it. But basically, long story short, he sacrificed his time, the work he's put in. And then, yeah, they look at him every day and be like, hey, are you good? Just one day out the blue, he just said, hey, I'm not going to show if I'm going to make it tomorrow. So that statement, yeah, it might have been just like he could be tired, but they took it, his leadership took it another way. You know what they did to this guy? They arrested him, right? The one thing about the police today that I am in certain videos that I watch, these police are not trained to deal with people with mental problems. And yeah, I'm not using mental health conditions as a crutch, but it is nice people who just have to still go through that system. Like, yeah, they talk about you have mental hospitals. No, but when you are coming to a cop, they don't care about that. They not going to sit on the road and talk to, yeah, these white people be like, oh, I'm so sorry. This world is not going to give you the empathy. They don't care about you. And it's sad because these people that get locked up, trust me, some of those people who are behind bars have been arrested for the most dumbest crimes. Police these days, they don't do their job correctly, right? They would rather look at your license tag being expired for 2 days than actually catching somebody who might have a body in the car, somebody who rapes children. Like society is backwards. Another thing too, Gen X is so focused on making their kids the toughest generation, the hardest generation. I was reading an article, actually a documentary. I forgot. It was a little girl. She liked some character at the time. The character in the 90s talked about love, right? Gen X said that's weird. We didn't have love, so we're not going to have her watch this. She's going to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Huh? Just because you didn't have love and you were confused by it, you didn't understand what it meant, why couldn't your daughter have the same thing? Yeah, I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but why she couldn't enjoy the character that she loved at that time? These people who have these laws, remind you too, we're in modern times now. Everything is run by social media technology. Does it suck time to time? It absolutely does. I'm not a real big fan of technology all the time, right? But these people who made these laws and who made these rules is still on an old system. And it's crazy because if you try to go against these rules, you're going to be labeled as a statistic, especially as a black person. Yeah, a lot of people, when I do run into these white people, they don't know. The first thing that is stereotype. Like, you're going to be stereotyped the rest of your life. It don't matter. Do you play basketball? Blah, blah, blah. When I literally tell people, no, I do acting, and that I help out children or whatever, they'll be like, huh? They don't see that because society has made it that way to be like, oh, this is a black person. Oh, he looks tall. You're labeled. And it's not just me. I'm just using that as an example. But it's like I said, you have to stop labeling these people. And I get it. Some people, they don't want to get to know people. But it's an old say, you can't judge a book by looking at the cover. I felt society has did that for many years. But anybody who is coming up now, just know that these people don't care. They will stab you in your back. They be like, oh, best friend. A lot of people use the term best friend very loosely nowadays. Not everybody's your best friend because society is not your best friend. Bro, you can be the richest person for 25 years straight. You don't pay them taxes, bro. They coming to lock you up. But you already paid them millions of dollars. Where's all this stuff coming from? Nobody knows. But Start to wake up, bro. The world does not care about you whatsoever. Does it need to change? Absolutely. But in due time, right?